Hello and welcome. This is Adusman. In this video, we are going to discuss how to remove filters from a single column in the data model using Dax function called calculate and another Dax function known as remove filters. First, let's look at the problem. We have a table visual in which sales are coming for different product brands. In this table, I would like to calculate the sales value of all brands, whether or not any brand is selected or filtered in the slicer. Therefore, the result in the visual should not be affected by any filter on the brand. However, when I make changes or other selections in say year or month or product category, the result should be updated accordingly. In order to calculate the problem, we will have to use the calculate function. Let's create a formula here. Right click, new measure. Let's call this all brands. We will start with calculate. The first part of the calculate function requires an expression. We have already created an expression and a measure that we can use here. We know it is total sales, and then we will apply the filter for the next part of this calculate function. And in this case, we are going to use a formula called remove filters. Remove filters basically takes just one argument, which is the column name or the table name. We want to remove filter from the column brands. So what we are going to do is select the products and brand column. Close the bracket for remove filters, close the bracket for calculate, and press enter. Let's format this. And let's put this measure in the visual. So what is happening here? If we put this measure in the visual, it repetitively shows the sales of all brands in each of these rows. If we look at the first value in the total sales column, this figure is affected by filters coming from various areas. First, the filter is coming from the brand. Second filter is coming from the cities. Third filter is coming from the year, and then the month, and there's another filter coming from the product categories. The remove filter function actually removes filters from the specified column. In this case, we have removed filters from only the brand column from the data model. In the given measure, since we have removed filter on brands only, the measure all brands ignores only this filter. It respects all the other filters like year, month, product category, cities, but it only removes or only ignores the filter on the brands. Let me show you what happens if I change the selection in other filters applicable on this measure. Let's first change the year. If I change the year, you can see that the filters applicable now is the year 2019. All the other filters are the same, but the figures have changed. Let's change the month to March. The figures change. Let's change the city to Islamabad, and the figures change again. In a separate visual, I have reflected the product-wise sales, product-wise category sales. In this case, the sales are not updated even when I select a specific category. For example, if I select hard drives or monitors or routers, the total figure doesn't change, but the figure in the total sales column and the figures in the all brands column change, because this visual and this measure is actually respecting all the other filters except for the brands. Since in this case I've selected the routers as a product category, the applicable brands is only these three. And in this case, the brands are all brands are basically now selected. An alternate way to achieve the same result is to use the all function along with the calculate. Let's create another measure. Let's call it all brands 2. And this time we are going to use calculate with another measure, which is the all function. In this case, I'm going to remove filters from the brand column again. So this time I'm going to use this all function to make sure the filters are removed and all brands are selected. So in this case, all is applicable only on the brand column, and then I will close the bracket and do some number formatting, and then we will put this measure in the visual, and it will result exactly as the same as we have done before. the all brands has used the remove filter function, whereas the all brands 2 has used the all function, which give you the same result. In this case, if I select, for example, Karachi, the result is the same for both all brands and all brands 2. And in this case, let's select a couple of product categories. In this case, you can see the total sales of 254 million are all coming in different brands. All the brands are selected. The remove filter function is again a powerful function, and you can use this in various different settings. Definitely there is a lot to learn in DAX, which I will share in the coming videos. I hope you would have enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.